Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Kevin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my experience over the past 120 days PulseChain validating. Before we get started, I want you guys to go ahead and like the video if you guys want to see more content like this, me being super transparent, sharing you guys how these investments are going. And if you guys want to learn about other investment opportunities that I'm doing as well, please go ahead and just follow the page. I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys, have you join the community, and just continue to stay in touch. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this information. All right, you guys, so let's start breaking down all my validators and pretty much how I have this whole investment set up. So over the past 120 days, I've had 5 validator wallets running on my computer. That is 160 million PulseChain tokens staked, each wallet holding 32 million PulseChain tokens. These rewards that I've received are what I've gotten from these 5 since May 14th, 2023. So in terms of rewards from attestations, I've accumulated around 154,550 rewards and counting from attestations. Attestations are pretty much when your validator is attesting or it's validating, right, that the information on the blocks that it's produced over the past 5 minutes are correct. So every time any validator all over the world does that, it gets paid a basic attestation fee. This fee can range anywhere from as high as I've gotten paid maybe 100 something PLS to as low as 30 PLS per day right now. So that APY is going down as more validators join, but I've gotten a significant amount of money from those attestation rewards daily. Now, the second way you get compensated as a PulseChain validator is through what are called block rewards, right? This comes from proposing blocks being randomly chosen, your validators being randomly chosen to propose a block. The more validators you have, of course, the more likely you are. This is a completely random process. But over the past 4 months, my 5 validators have proposed around 200 proposals. So that's actually been a significant amount of money as well. I don't know exactly how much I've gotten from those 200 proposals, but I have a total income PLS number, and that is at this very moment, right, from what I've received, 7,066,000 PulseChain tokens and counting. So I've received so far 7 million tokens in rewards from these 5 validator wallets running pretty much for the past 116 days. Now, this can sound like a lot. This can sound like a little bit to some people. It just depends on how much PulseChain you have at the end of the day. I think that this is actually a pretty good number considering that everything right now isn't necessarily about the price. It's really all about how much more you're accumulating from where you started, right? So if I started at 160 million PulseChain tokens, I currently have 167 million. At this rate, annually I could be earning anywhere from 20 million to 28 million on the higher side PulseChain, right? And that's almost a validator a year that I'm earning in rewards. And this is actually a really exciting thing because ultimately when this when these prices actually start to turn a little bit more into the bullish side, right? And we start to see PulseChain hopefully over the next 6, 12, 18 months really start to perform on the price side. These numbers are going to be completely different. At this current value of the market, I believe that, so I just did the math, and at the current value, that 7 million is around $267 that I've earned over the past 120 days. So if you do the math, 267 divided by 4, it's $66 a month that I've earned from validating with this PulseChain validator. Now, I'm going to break down my costs and everything that I've invested into this setup so far. So my cost per validator was around $3,200, right? I'm using the 0.0001 SAC rate. That's pretty much like where I got my entry when I purchased my PulseChain. And so that's pretty much my investment, a total of around $16,000 put into these validators. I've earned around 267 so far. We can kind of do the math on screen real quick. Boop, I'll just have that pop up. That's the percentage that I've earned so far. And we'll annualize it as well. Boom. We'll go ahead and annualize that number. And my total profit slash loss, right, currently as things sit, is $9,920. Yikes. So we're down around $10,000 from our original entry. And once again, totally normal. I understand what's going to happen with these markets as things start to settle off, and as the whole SEC thing and everything that's involved with Hex and PulseChain kind of settles off as well. But we do have more PulseChain, right? And as bad as it may look, ultimately, once again, we're all about the upside. We're all about where this can take us and how much this revenue that we've created in PulseChain tokens could be worth in the future, as well as the PulseChain that we have staked as well. And so really quickly, I also want to add that I also invested close to around $1,500 to $1,600 into the computer unit itself to be able to run all of these validators. I've also gotten the math down for about an annual rate to run a validator machine, and it can run you anywhere from $25 to $50 a year based on how much electricity you're pulling and your electricity costs where you are. And then in terms of internet, it's your monthly internet cost for wherever you live. That for me is around $160 a month. So really quick, I just want to give my opinion on PulseChain validating. I think it's an awesome way for anyone who has invested into PulseChain to really put their PulseChain to work. There's no other way that you can kind of do it other than, you know, trading and maybe kind of like actively risking your investment. It is one of the safest ways that you're going to be able to have your money work for you on the PulseChain network. And me personally, you know, speaking, I think that it's actually very valuable being a validator and, you know, what you're doing for the network itself. Currently, there's over 39,000 PulseChain validators all over the world, and being one feels really good. Ultimately, I can only imagine all the other validators out there. You know, there's a big community of them. I mean, how much they're earning from their holdings, but this is just my personal investment and me sharing it with you guys over the next, you know, year or so. I want to keep making these update videos for you guys so you guys can actively see how these investments are doing, and of course give you guys as much information possible about what to do, what not to do when it comes to investing into these validators. Now, if you're interested in actually building one yourself, there's so many resources I can give you. Personally, I actually build them for my clients. So I currently run a consulting and advising company where I help people invest into crypto. I pretty much teach my clients how to invest as safely as possible into these assets. And of course, this is being one of the services. So if you guys want one built by me, feel free to reach out. I'll go ahead and drop the link below. If you guys actually maybe don't have the comfort of having a place to put a validator, which would probably be one of the biggest things stopping you from getting one, there's also solutions to that. Currently, I'm hosting a cloud hosting service where I have the validators already created and set up. All you have to do is deposit your funds into them. You hold the keys. It's 100% foolproof, where as long as our validators are running, you guys have a complete solution to stake your PulseChain. If you guys are interested in that as well, I'll drop that link below. We'll get in touch and we can always get on a call and we'll help you guys set up that service. But guys, if you're just interested in learning more about how this PulseChain validating experience is going, stay tuned because I'll be doing another update video in hopefully about a month or maybe 3 months, depending on how the markets are doing, and keeping you guys fully updated on this PulseChain investment project. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. I'm super excited to connect with you guys and see who out there is interested in PulseChain validating. I know it's a really big community, as small as it feels, but we're getting only bigger. So thank you guys for supporting. I appreciate you guys. I will see you on the next one. Take care.